All right, we're live. What's going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's Nooner Nation. It's a show for Nooners by Nooners. And yeah, we took a little break for the holiday. How I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Charlie, how was your Thanksgiving?
I stayed home and ate caviar because we did Thanksgiving the weekend before.
That's right. I think you said that the last show. You did caviar, huh? You a caviar fan?
I'm a huge caviar fan.
You just go straight, like straight spoon in it, or do you put it on something?
Both. Um, so I don't get like $200 shit, but this one was $78. Didn't love it. It's called like Plaza de Caviar. I think that's what the brand. I can only find it at the liquor store Specs. It's like a huge gourmet food store as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they sell
Is it
it.
kind of like a Whole Foods kind of thing? Local Whole Foods?
No, I mean because it's a liquor store first, but
Oh,
they just
okay.
have
Oh, I
interesting
can see a
stuff.
liquor store selling like kind
It's
of
like
like not
a
I don't want to say
huge
lower
list.
tier, but like they're not going to sell like super high class caviar, but I can see a liquor store selling like canned caviar, you know?
Uh, well, hold on, Bill. Shut, bro.
I'm just saying.
Let me fucking finish. Don't hand on me like that.
Sorry.
That was 2 years ago, Charlie, when she first tried it, getting the $8 stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated. And yes, I really enjoyed it. Um, but you are supposed to start like cheaper. This other stuff, like they do have it in a little locked refrigerator, like a little tiny one on its own. It's like $62, but it's called like Bayre. That is my jam. That stuff is so fucking good. I love it. Um, Eat it with caviar and champagne. But I usually do like I get some like water crackers and
Hmm.
Laughing Cow cheese
Yeah.
and some dill, and I'll put it on that. And sometimes like an English cucumber, do the same thing. It's really good. Um, they say to eat it with cream fraiche, and when I've tried that,
Mm,
it was okay. I like the cream fraiche more with prosciutto.
okay. Yeah. I can see
The
that a
Laughing
little more.
Cow cheese I love just because I get the light and it's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only 25 calories per square, and I can eat a lot of them for that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, thank you. Um, so yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I would say I watched the Stranger Things, but I binged it Wednesday
About to
night.
say, yeah, yeah. We'll get into that here in a little bit. So we'll give a spoiler alert before we start talking about Stranger Things because that's the highlight of I think probably everybody's Thanksgiving. You know,
I would assume.
but yeah, caviar, um, champagne for sure. I actually haven't done a ton of caviar. The only time I've never done it like myself, I've never bought it myself. It's always at like a wedding or something, and they have it like like caviar, like kind of what you're talking about. It's like a water cracker with like a soft cheese and some caviar over top. Really
Hmm.
good. Um, but yeah, you gotta go like a dry champagne with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only like Brut anyway.
Yeah, I can't do. I
Um,
don't do. I mean, I will if that's all there is like a sweeter champagne. But definitely go like a brut or an extra dry with most things, especially like a mimosa. The driest champagne, the better. Uh,
yeah,
what's really good is if you're having sushi, if it's the what do they call it? I think it's nigiri, where it's like just the fish over rice, or like just a normal like fish in rice roll. It doesn't work with like the specialty rolls where they do all the sauces and stuff. But if you're
right.
just doing
Very plain.
like a plain sushi and rice, like dry champagne with it is fantastic. It doesn't even have to be like good champagne. We typically just like we're at Andre's house here, so because I've said it before.
Yeah,
I've had really like I've had Cristal before, and I was like, yeah, it tastes like
it's
champagne. Like I don't
it
know.
tastes like that. Really did taste similar to Andre to me.
Hmm.
I found this kind, and it has an octopus on the label, but it's like a really dark bottle.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." It's like $14 or something like that. So,
Oh
and
yeah.
Andre now is like 9.99 at my
Yeah.
grocery
Well,
store. So
say
I'm like, okay, fuck you.
14 bottles or $14 for a bottle of champagne. You haven't even reached like
Right.
the top of the bottom shelf of champagne yet, you know?
Yeah.
Because champagne gets
Granted,
up there.
I really did love the 4.99 Andre, but that was the allure of it. I enjoyed it and it was cheap as shit. Now that it's getting more, then I'm like, okay, no. That stuff's really fucking good. It's fucking awesome. And it's like I don't remember.
Yeah.
Octo something.
Do you remember the I think it would have been like the late morning after the Hard AF launch party. You and all the other Nooner girls were in that truck that I rented, and we went to the HEB by the studio
Hmm.
and got all that damn Andre's champagne for or I was gonna buy like a case of it, and everybody's like, "No, I think 4 bottles is gonna be enough." And I was like, "I don't know. You haven't seen how I make mimosas for everybody. 4 bottles went quick." And I was like, "See, we should have got
Yeah.
like 7 or 8 of these things."
There's a lot of people that showed up too.
Yeah, and of course, me being like the perfect host, everybody that walked in, I was like, "You want a mimosa? Let's go." And it was literally
Yeah.
like 75% of a solo cup of champagne, and then just like kind of
Yeah.
wafting in a little
Yeah.
bit of orange juice. But
One
everybody
for
appreciated it. I figured they would because I knew how I woke up that day. Did not feel
I don't
great.
think I ever, but I did go to sleep at 11 o'clock.
I don't know what time I went to sleep. I had $100 worth of Wendy's French fries at Beth and Greg's Airbnb and walked back to mine. But but yeah, it was good. It's a good time. And yeah, who was it? It was oh god, that Juan dude came in with his fiance, drinking bro from like Florida came up. He wanted one. And I also remember our good boy Giorgio helping you figure because I think you locked yourself out of your iPhone.
Yeah, and I took it to a guy and he made it worse. Oh, well, no, I needed to get my screen fixed because I broke my screen. And that's why I was locked out because I couldn't put my passcode in when the numbers wouldn't work. And it was because of the screen.
Right.
So I was locked out it for a minute. And then I get the dude I gave it to fix it, fucked it up even more. And I was like, you dumb shit. And then Giorgio was like, I told you, I have a guy. And I was like, I thought you would forget. Like, I didn't think you were serious. Um, and yeah, so he did help me unlock because you had to connect it to a computer and do all this shit. And I was trying to do it with your computer. You helped me.
Yeah.
Actually, did he do? Yes, I think he. And I
He
tried.
fucked off into the back of the studio for like an hour and just came back and was like, I got your phone fixed.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. Yeah, because he did have it with him when they were on. Because I remember like watching on the monitor, and I'm like, oh look, there's my phone. Uh, so there were some things in there, but it did take for fucking ever. And if
Oh
it
dude.
wasn't for him,
Yeah.
like I was very
Dude, Apple
very
products.
thankful.
Me and my wife got into it last night because my oldest son just turned 10 and he has
Hmm.
friends that live like maybe between a quarter and a half a mile away from us, and he always wants to go over there. They're hockey players too. They play roller hockey. They live on a cul-de-sac, so it's like perfect for roller hockey. You know, there's not a bunch of traffic,
Yeah.
so he always wants to go over there. So we got him an Apple Watch with like cellular data. Shout out to some friends of the show that listen to this. I don't want to give them the names out, but they're on some group chats that we have, and it's like, oh yeah, we have an Apple Watch that I don't even use. You could have it. I was like, oh, dope, cool. Let's save me like $300. But we were trying to set it up last night. Apple is the worst product to try to set up. Like it's so like
Yeah.
everything is like now you got to put in this information and then this and then you got to like double verify this, but through this account. I was like, I haven't. They're like trying to go through like my wife's email from like high school. It was like,
Yeah.
God damn it. Like, fucking Christ. It was a
It's intense.
nightmare. And I remember that, like, I guess now with like iCloud, it's a little easier for like when I get a new phone, it's not nearly as bad. But I remember back when you used to get a new iPhone, it was like a day of stress, like trying to figure all this shit out to get your shit transferred over. You know, it's like, oh my god. Now I remember I got the new iPhone. I just took my old one and you like just put them together and it all just transfers over. But this trying to set up this Apple Watch took us like 2 hours last night. And by the end of it, we're like ready for a fucking divorce.
Yeah, I tried to connect my old watch to my phone now, and it won't do it. It just straight up will not do it.
Well, what it was not to get too in the weeds here, but like both my kids have iPads, but they're set up like Apple, iCloud, whatever, like under my account as my kids, but my wife's not on there in like our family group kind of thing. So like she was trying to set it up through her phone so it wouldn't like there was all this like crazy shit going on and she was like losing her mind. So if I was like, let me try it. And like I got on it and it was like, oh, you're now connected to, Jedi Master Schofield's iPhone, because that's what my iPhone's called. Has been since the first iPhone I ever got.
Of course it is.
Of course. And it went kind of smooth until we tried to set up the like cellular account to it, and then it was a whole thing because my wife can never remember any of her passwords to anything. So she spent like an hour and a half resetting passwords to everything to get.
Yes. Yeah, that always takes forever.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, like so you did caviar and champagne for Thanksgiving,
Yep.
and well, the problem was we talked about Stranger Things. I was super excited for that, but it didn't come out until oh no, it would have been the Wednesday before. So you probably
Sure.
binge watched Stranger Things. You
Yeah,
can't even
yeah,
say binge watch because there's only 4 episodes, so it's like 6 hours maybe.
yeah.
I mean, you got to pause it
Maybe
to
a
take
little bit
bathroom
less than that because,
breaks.
like, I know like the first one was like
50,
47
yeah.
minutes. And then maybe they got a little bit longer after that, but I thought they were all like an hour and a half. So I was like, oh yeah, there's no way. But then I was like, oh, so that doesn't happen until like they get closer to the end.
Well,
Yes, that's where.
I remember like when they first announced season 5, they're saying every episode is going to be at least 2 hours. I'm like, oh my god, I love
Yeah.
this and I hate this because I know I'm going
Well,
to
I think
binge.
I had heard like it's going to be like like each one's going to be a movie length.
Yeah,
So it's like some movies are an hour and 20,
yeah.
some are 2.5. So like that gives a little bit of ambiguity
Huh.
there instead of saying each one is 2 hours.
Huh. Are you drinking a
But I believe
martini?
it. Yes, it goes along with the aesthetic, Bill.
Is it an actual martini?
Yes, all of this is vodka.
Is it just vodka and olives?
It
No,
is
no
vodka
vermouth.
with I don't have any brine because I've used it all. Olive brine. So it's banana pepper juice
No, no
and a lot of
vermouth
vodka.
though. There's no vermouth in it.
No, I don't have any.
Oh, so it's just vodka and olive juice.
That's a martini. That's a dry martini.
No, a dry martini it doesn't have olives. A dry martini is vodka and vermouth, dry vermouth.
A little. It has less vermouth than when you say martini. So an extra dry martini,
Yeah.
which I usually get, is pretty much just vodka.
Yeah,
And
I
I like
tell
dirty, but I don't have any brine.
if I'm doing a martini at the bar, I tell them 3 parts vodka, 1 part the driest vermouth they have. I can't do olive juice. I don't like a dirty martini. I think that's the pussy's way out of it. But I also
I love
again I don't like pickles. So I mean, take it for what it is. You know,
I like a
my wife
pickle.
likes her martinis literally. She says no vermouth and just like kind of what you said, just 3 olives and olive juice in it instead of the vermouth. So, but yeah. Oh, didn't even address that. Jake's not here. Jake's still dealing with his stuff. Um, he's doing well, but he got a weird infection that fucked him up real bad.
Yeah,
He's
he got his
what was it? His saliva gland, right?
your parotid, no,
It's like
periodontal.
something like up here, right? Like up in your cheek. He
You can
said,
feel it. You can feel it back there.
yeah. He
It's
said
like
he
a,
told me it was like the saliva gland, like got infected. He sent me a picture of what they drained out of it, and oh my god.
I mean, he had an ear infection, and I mean, you just think about how infections
Yeah.
spread. Like it's very common, usually in children.
Well, I mean, Jake's a child. Let's not joke ourselves about that. You know.
I was going to say because I've scanned him before in ultrasound, and they kids.
Hmm. But he's out. He had to go to the hospital for it. He's out of the hospital. It wasn't like I don't think, at least from what I've talked to him, it wasn't like some kind of like emergency room thing. But it bothered him enough to go get it checked out, and then he had to go get admitted and get it drained, and he's still feeling a little rough. So he's sitting this one out. But
Yeah.
he's probably listening or watching. You know. So Jake, we love you. Hope you recover soon. That's weird though, man. Like weird shit happens. I remember I never had anything like that, but I remember probably like 7 or 8 years ago, I was driving to work and my elbow itched and I scratched it and there was like, it felt like a scab on my elbow. And I was like, huh, what is that? And I scratched it. And all of a sudden my elbow just started pouring blood as I'm driving. And this is back when I would work out before I'd go to work. So like my gym bag was right there. So like I grabbed a shirt out of my gym bag and just held it to my elbow while I was driving. Got to work. I mean, it was like pouring blood. Like you know how like you get a scratch on your head, it doesn't look that bad, but it just pours blood and won't stop.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what my elbow was doing. So I'm like, shit. And I was like maybe a couple minutes outside of work. So I just like I'm driving holding this like t-shirt to my elbow. And I go inside, I'm like, hey, like this like the lady that worked in like the cubicle beside me was like one of the first responders, you know, in the or you know the office first responders. I was like, hey, do you like where are the bandages? Because like this won't stop bleeding. So we bandaged it up, and it was fine for most of the day. Get home, my youngest is like still a baby, like learning to crawl. So like I'm on the floor trying to teach him how to crawl. Bandage comes off, and blood just starts pouring out of it again. I can't get it to stop. So I go to like the urgent care.
you developed an arm vagina.
I know. Well, if a period was bleeding as bad as my elbow was, that'd be cause for concern. I mean, it literally like pouring blood, like it just would not stop. It wasn't like a slow leak of blood. It was just blood like coming out of my arm. And then it turns out like somehow like a vein had like grown like how since I had been working out or like the doctor was trying to describe it to me, but essentially like a capillary had gotten pushed up to like the outer layers of skin. And when I scratched my elbow, I scratched it and opened it up. So they had to go in and cauterize it.
Oh my gosh.
And it was fine. Like they numbed it at first. It didn't hurt or anything. It smelled terrible, but they had to like cauterize my elbow. It was the weirdest fucking thing ever.
So you're the vagina. You're the dramatic vagina.
I know.
So you literally
My
have to
elbow.
get your elbow cauterized because you scratched, dude.
Oh, now you say that.
That's the fucking wildest thing.
Now that you say that, and this is gonna be really dark. At some point in time, do you think there was a doctor that thought he could cure periods by cauterizing the vagina?
Yes, it's called an uterine ablation.
That sounds
And it's something that's done to this day.
that sounds
And it
horrific.
stops periods. It works very well for a lot of women.
But why?
Yeah.
Like, I guess with like IUDs and stuff, why would you do that? That doesn't sound like it is medically advantageous to go cauterize somebody's uterine walls.
Dude, it helps with it's what you do before a hysterectomy.
Oh, I
So
didn't think it. Uh,
it's like it's pretty far. It's like we can do this. It's obviously less invasive. Um, it could heal, and we don't have to worry about your hormones and whatnot. If we can do this, and you can keep your ovaries and keep everything,
hmm,
and it fixes all your issues. Let's do this first before
interesting.
we do
I've never
surgery.
heard of that. Granted, I've never had a reason to hear of that. So, but um,
Understandable. I never heard of it before I was in sonography,
hmm,
and it seems like a lot of people don't. So maybe some people don't. I don't know.
huh,
But it's one of those things where it's like you have to be in this certain position or having something going on
huh,
with you to, you know,
weird.
have that
Uh,
conversation.
Will in the chat. Yeah, my weenus turned into a vagina. That's good. That's a good. That's one of the best comments I've heard in a long time. That's a good one. And you deserve the number one spot in the chat for that one.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Where did he come from? I don't read. This name doesn't look fucking
He's in
familiar,
here all
but
the time. I can't. My
really?
screen's so far away. Will
Well, my bad,
Crowify?
guy. But I'm gonna remember you now because that's fucking great. I
Yeah.
wish I would have said that.
So, but yeah, the weird medical shit happens. But yeah, I don't know. Now knowing that people get their vaginas cauterized is gonna stick with me forever.
I mean, to be fair, it is your uterine and not the vagina.
Right?
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
is that different?
Not the only thing I've ever had cauterized. I had to have my thumb cauterized. If anybody
Your
here
poor
remembers that
thumb.
one,
We should
it's
have had
coming
an
back.
anniversary of
That would have been Memorial Day, So
damn, I thought it was like sometime I thought it was like more
no,
Labor
it
Day.
was on Memorial Day 2 years ago. So when I sliced the tip of my thumb off, I still have to clip my thumbnail all weird because it's not really growing back and I don't have a lot of feeling in it anymore.
Yeah, the feeling yeah.
Like I have feeling, but it's a very weird feeling. Like it's like when your foot falls asleep and you poke it. Like there's feeling, there's sensation, but there's not a whole lot of like depth to the sensation kind of thing. That's what the tip of my thumb feels like now. Like if I'm trying to push something with my left thumb on that spot, like I can feel there's like pressure against it, but I can't actually
Mhm.
feel what I'm pushing against.
Right.
It's weird, really weird. But yeah,
Mhm.
my poor thumb. I used to have nice thumbs. You know, my wife always
The
loved me
days
for
of
my
a
thumbs.
thumb mother was ruined.
I know. What is it? What's David Duchovny thing? Is like us finger jockeys aren't like your hand models. Shit, I'm
That
gonna have
shit was
to
funny.
maybe now my right. I should start doing things left-handed so I can put my right hand in that like bariatric glass chamber that he has to keep it fresh and nice.
Yeah.
I get a lot of compliments on my hands, so or used to until my career-ending injury.
And so we were like, ah, what's wrong with your thumb?
Everybody's like, "All right, bring in the right hand. Yes, yes, give us that right hand. Now bring in the left hand.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
yes.
God,
No, no,
no!
no.
This is some fetish site. This is a shoot. This is a ring shoot for K Jewelers. Get that hand out of here." Mm. But other than that, I mean, it's cold as fuck here right now. The high today was 4 degrees. Yeah, the low is -10. And yet my poodle puppy will literally just go lay out in the snow. We got snow over Thanksgiving too.
Yeah,
So
he's covered in a fuck ton of fur.
he is. And he'll like last
He
night.
literally has this fucking jacket on all the time.
Bitch, are you gonna go lay on a porch of covered in snow and 2-degree weather and 20-mile-an-hour winds in that jacket?
I can.
It's a nice
If I
jacket.
need. Thank you.
What is that? Is that mink?
Yes. Chinchilla.
Chinchilla? Do chinchillas grow fur that long?
These were specially made and
Oh.
specially killed just for me.
They're very rare Peruvian long-haired chinchillas.
Hot. That's very hot.
Do you know, like, isn't like chinchillas like they can't touch water or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, they take dirt baths.
Yeah, it's weird.
So do chickens.
I knew somebody who had a chinchilla, and like they
10
had
out
to
of
like,
10 on that fur, though. Keep me away from those things.
what's that?
I said 10 out of 10 on that fur. Keep me away from those things. Whew, that fur.
Chinchillas?
I'm like, I get it. I fucking get it. I completely understand.
Is fur even a thing anymore? Did Peter ruin that for everybody?
No,
No, still do fur.
absolutely not. It's definitely still a thing. It's not like as gaudy as it once was, but 1000% still a thing.
Know what we need to do? Instead of fur, we need to make a line of very stylish, like orca skin jackets.
Woon, why'd you gotta bring up my heater? Fucking pour one out for Charlie's space heater that she loved drinking in front of. It got viciously murdered
I wasn't going to
this
bring
week.
that up, but.
So, Woom did. Woom did. Now I'm fucking sad. Now I'm fucking sad. Guess what? I do have another one, but I fucked it up and it turns off all the time. But I do have it in my office, which is in here. So.
Womb's got a hit out for the murderer of that space heater right now. Kind of like the my wife, I didn't watch it. My wife did. She watched the that new Diddy doc that 50 Cent produced. Have you seen that
really?
yet, Charlie?
It's really not my bag, like to watch shit like that.
I'm kind of
From
over
all the
it.
shit I've heard, and I'm like, I do love me some 50, so I'm like,
Mm.
I might break, or I might watch some clips of it and get,
I love
some version.
50 Cent is like probably like on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest petty trolls of all time. Like if you do that man dirty, like he will just make it his life's mission to just burn you to the ground any
To be
chance
fair, he really makes it clear as to why he was shot 9 times.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh no, no. I get it.
It makes me it almost makes me to where like I would love to just hang out with him, but at the same time I'd be terrified because like God forbid I make some joke that 50 Cent like does not like.
He's out for
He
blood
would
for the
he
rest
would
of
make
his life.
it like he'd be like in 6 months I will make sure your life is fucking over, dude.
He makes a whole ass documentary on you.
Yeah, I'd be well. Actually, there's probably plenty of footage of me doing dumb shit that would be pretty bad, but actually no, I never did anything that terrible that was videotaped anyways. That I know of. But yeah, my wife was like trying to like recount the whole like Tupac and Biggie conflict with me. And I was like, babe, I know all about this. She's like, no, I don't think you do. She's like, this and this. I was like, yeah. And then this and this. She's like, you're not letting me talk. I was like, because I know all about this.
You already know. You're not telling anything I don't know.
It's just 30 years old. And Tupac is like one of my favorite like celebrities of all time. I know all about this.
Yeah.
Just because 50 Cent made a documentary about it doesn't mean you outrule my knowledge on it. I've been down some rabbit holes.
Just because you learned about it. It's like everyone already knows this stuff.
Not to mention that she got really mad at me because I did have to tell her. I was like, as much as I love 50 Cent and I love him making this, you need to realize that none of this is like official. And 50 Cent has long hated P. Diddy. So like you kind of have to take some of this stuff with maybe a little bit of skepticism. A little bit. I'm like, we all know P. Diddy's a piece of shit at this point. But the people talking in this is like, you might like, don't take everything in this documentary as gospel, you know, like.
Right. Did 50 definitely like turned around in a rotating chair and did the Dr. Evil laugh and was like, I'm going to take him down. Because he somehow learned about, Netflix getting this actual documentary,
Hmm.
film, and he was like, "Oh, yes, yes."
Let me tell you.
And Netflix did. You watch that Murdoch documentary that they did during the trial. It's just like, yeah, dude, you like that's kind of fucked up to do because you really alter people's points of view, and once they think a certain thing, you're not going to be able to undo that without extensive amount of time, and that's if they are willing to learn. So it's just like you put something in someone's mind, they will think that's a gospel, like you said. So it's like Netflix, but I guess like all of his shit's over. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well at
But
least they waited.
they had like his brother on there, like P Diddy's brother, talking about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like I know, like when Diddy founded Bad Boy, like he had it all under his brother's name because Diddy was doing some fucking crazy shit at the time and didn't want the.
I mean, you do that. If you have a lot of fucking money, you don't put it in your name. You
Yeah,
put it in
no.
someone else's name that you can trust. Like that's
So
just
like
something
I'm
you
sure, but
do.
like now like I don't know, like I was just telling her, I was like, don't trust. Like he's finding everybody with a beef with Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Diddy, and putting a camera in front of their face. Like I would probably say like trust 50 to 60% of it. And she got all mad. She's like, "You're defending Peter." She's like, "I'm not. I'm not defending him. Like he is obviously a piece of shit." But
It's
this
entertainment. This is for
this
entertainment.
this
They
isn't
have
really a.
to.
This is less of a documentary than it is a hit piece. On a dude. So, like
Right.
maybe read between some lines here. Like all these people is like, "Oh, I wasn't going to testify. I wasn't going to testify." Like, okay, like why? Because maybe you're scared, or maybe your testimony wouldn't stand up. You know?
Right. Like if the prosecution thought you had something that would help them,
Yeah.
they would do anything they could to put you up
Yeah.
there. Like the reason they didn't push you is because you didn't have shit.
Yeah. Well,
And
I will
that
say,
documentary is not going to get actual people
yeah,
who knew. Like they're not going to get fucking Cassie getting up there and
yeah,
being like, "Oh,
yeah.
this and
She
this and that
wasn't on that
happened."
documentary. Granted, I would if she was on that. I'd be like, God damn, girl, you haven't you been through enough already? Because she is an actual
Right.
victim in all this. I could say very, very
Yeah.
confidently,
Like
she's a
no.
victim in all this shit.
And that's the other thing. It's like you have to think like, who are they getting for this? They weren't actually involved in this case. It
No, no,
was
no.
people.
It's
You're
to
like,
get.
oh, I have a connection to a connection.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
yeah. My
Say this.
sister went to a party at P Diddy's and she said this. Like, well, where's your sister? Well, she doesn't want to be on the show. I was like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's most likely a lot of hearsay shit.
Yeah.
In a court of law.
I
So it's
will
like,
say it was pretty
hearsay.
wild that they had like 3 or 4 of the jurors on the documentary.
Well, that.
But I mean, I knew it was going to happen eventually, but this soon afterwards, I was like, "Oh damn, you're cashing in, and good luck. You're saying all this shit about he's still a billionaire.
Well, he's a billionaire in prison right now.
He has a phone
But
and apparently toilet wine too, which is wild.
I mean, um, I don't know, man. It's just what I love about it
It's
is
just cashing in on people's fascination about the trial. Like it's
that. But I'm talking like even before then, the fucking Cat Williams
mm-hmm.
on Club Shay Shay when he fucking predicted it, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, I
Like
remember it was
that's some
probably
wild shit.
shit. It was probably God 2 or 3, maybe longer years ago, where on Two Bears One Cave, which is Tom Segura and
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer's podcast, they were talking about Diddy when he did that. He dressed up as the Joker for Halloween,
Oh,
and
and he
got in
was
that
full
dude's
method,
face, like
and it was like,
Jay Sean or
he just
somebody.
dropped his mask. Like,
Like he was just
that
fucking around, and the dude's like, "What the fuck?" Like "Fuck you!" And then all of a sudden, like Diddy came out. He's like, "Oh, do you know who the fuck I am?" And Tom Segura called. I can't remember who it was, but somebody like pretty connected in the hip hop world. And was like, "Hey man, like I've heard this rumor that like you don't fuck with Diddy." And the guy's like, "I really don't want to say anything on air, but like I will say, like, yeah, like you don't fuck with P Diddy.
'cause he will fuck you.
He would probably fuck you. Don't run, don't run."
Oh. Dude, those audios fuck me up every time. I can't do that. I can't listen to that shit. Either one of them, the one that liked it and the one that didn't. I'm like, no, 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 no. I can't
I
fucking do
don't.
this.
I I can kind of listen to it because in my mind I'm just saying like this is AI. This isn't real. Maybe it
AI
is real.
cannot recreate those emotions.
I'm denying it. In my head I'm denying that it's real. So if somebody ever told me it was real, then I'd probably be like, if like somebody gave me like physical proof that it was real, I'd be like, oh, fucking
It's definitely real. I
probably
would.
is.
AI
Probably is.
cannot get those, like, especially the one that's crying. Like, nope,
Yeah, isn't that
AI
Bad
isn't gonna
Bunny?
get.
Wasn't that Bad Bunny?
That's what's rumored. I don't know about that because it said the meat meal, the other one. I'm like, that's all alleged. Like that, I am. That's harder to prove. But the emotion and just like that, I don't think AI could do that yet.
See, don't put that in my head, Charlie.
And not
I'm
when
trying to
it
have a
was.
nice night.
Yeah, why do you think I fucking hate it so much? And it literally makes me disgusted in the like to the pit of my
Hmm.
stomach. Like it fucks me up hearing that. But it's like, I'm sorry, wasn't like Diddy doing gang shit? You think that only exists in prison gangs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it exists outside of that bitch too. It like, yeah, guys fucking each other or guys fucking someone else. I mean, that was always back in the fucking Greek days. That was a bit different. But this is all for dominance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For
Oh yeah. It's
complete
a
and utter dominance. You break so like you can literally break someone's fucking soul doing that. And and then they're always scared of you. You always have a power and a control over them after that. Um, but yeah, like it's just like, yeah, why do you think they do it in fucking prison? You think they don't do that outside of prison? You don't think they do the same gang shit in as they do out? Like, come on,
yeah.
man, use your fucking naive brain.
But yeah. And then my wife started trying to tell me about how crazy Suge Knight is.
She's
No.
just barely
I'm
learning.
like, Stacy, again, I have to tell you, like I know all about this. Like that is my like favorite
The
genre
man
of
claims
rap.
he infected Easy E with AIDS. Like, oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, she's like, no,
He's
no,
the
no, 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 no.
worst.
But like, you don't know. Like, she saw something on a documentary last night, and she's trying to teach me about it. I'm like, no, Suge Knight's insane. You know, he's in jail for life for running somebody over on the set of Straight Outta Compton. Like, the dude's insane, and so is Diddy, and so are most of these people. The only people that made it out are like, I mean, if you really, I was telling her, if you really look at it, Dre got out and made his own thing. Aftermath is Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem. The three of them have been talking about this shit for years about how all these people are fucked up and insane. You know what do you have on Dre? He cheated on his wife. Okay, well he did beat the shit out of his girlfriend like when he was 20, but you know, eh, that's not good. I will
Well,
say
whether he got arrested for that, did some time for that, paid
he
her
did
for,
neither, but like beating
what,
the shit out of your girlfriend, and I'm not excusing it by any means. That's not something you should ever do. That compared to what like Suge Knight and P. Diddy and what half of the people in the fucking music industry do, it doesn't pale in comparison, you know? Like being drunk at a nightclub and getting pissed and punching your girlfriend, not good. Definitely not good. Don't condone that at all. But like, you know, raping anybody, male or female, to, you know, to establish your power, far worse.
I
Far
do
worse.
believe like male on male rape is probably a lot more prevalent than anyone actually wants to talk about.
Oh, it is
Especially in
because nobody wants to talk about it.
like no one wants to fucking have that conversation. Well, no one wants to bring that up, but like it's bad.
I mean, I can see that. I mean, as a guy, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't happen. But like, if I was raped, I'd be like, holy shit! Like, who do I talk to? Like, because you would like. This is a very weird conversation. I don't know if we need to get into, but like,
I know. I was like, we were supposed to talk about Stranger Things.
let's talk about Stranger Things because we're getting too dark. We're getting way too dark about the
We're actually talking about real shit. This show is not for fucking that, man.
perception. We'll do a whole like special about the difference between male on male and female on male. And is there female on female rape? I'm sure there is.
Yes. The reason I paused is because I literally envisioned it in my mind like what it would look like, which is just like aggressive fingering, I'm assuming. Which is awful. Might not be as bad. That could be
I feel like
debatable.
that probably happens more in a like a power kind of thing. Like I have this power over you, so you're gonna let me do this, or you're gonna do
I
this to
think
me.
that's
Kind
why
of.
they have such a domestic violence. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna punch you in the fucking face.
Yeah, yeah. Lesbian couple domestic violence, isn't that like the highest?
It's like 50%.
Yeah.
It's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Pretty up there. But like for the gay community, I've heard, you know, I've seen stuff on Instagram about it and people talking about it and saying like, no one talks about the rape culture in gay clubs and you know things like that just
Oh, I
happening.
bet you that. Yeah,
Being
that's
pulled in the bathrooms and it just happening, and then you know, yeah, exactly. Who do you have to go to?
right.
Who?
That's a whole. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you, and that's
Yeah,
a whole
no,
nother
you
episode.
told me again, man.
Sorry.
Stop doing
Whole nother
that.
episode. So before we got on here, me and Charlie were talking about whether we're going to bring up the event of the weekend, which would be Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1. So if you haven't watched it yet, we both agreed. If it hasn't been spoiled
I
for
feel
you.
like the groundhog from Caddyshack right now.
From Caddyshack. We're all getting laid. So you haven't watched it yet. Turn it off now because we're going spoilers. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. You've had your warning. Bro, I was the first 3 episodes were great. I will say they were great.
Loved it. Loved getting into it too, and like the little recap they do on the radio.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nancy's mom
has got it going on.
Well, she's always had it going on. From the first episode, I was like, Nancy's mom's fucking hot. But she went straight G mode and tried to take out a Demogorgon with a broken wine bottle while she's hammered drunk.
I mean, to be fair, your inhibitions are a little bit lower, so she's like, I'm gonna fuck this thing up. Kind of helps a little bit. I just love how no one gave a shit, one single shit about the dad.
Yeah, the dad's kind of... Me and my wife were talking about this. Like, the dad, you see him, and then you see her, and it's like, there's not so much the disparity in attractiveness, but it's the like, and I do this with my wife. My wife's hot as fuck. Like, you've met my wife, or you've seen her before.
Yeah,
like, I'm like,
I haven't yet.
You've never seen, like, she's been on with us.
I met her on here.
Yeah, on here. Yeah, you've never met her yet.
But like meeting in person.
We will remedy that at some point. But like I know, like I outkicked my coverage, and I live every day knowing that I outkicked my coverage. The dad is just kind of like he really outkicked his coverage. Granted, it's the '80s, maybe that's the way it was, but
Well, that was always like the 80s trope for, and still to this day, for any kind of like TV show
mhm.
back in that time, it was always a frumpy man, super hot wife.
Yeah, well, it's the successful man. He's
Yeah.
successful. I mean, you watch like the Real Housewives of anything. The husband's always like, you're kind of like, eh.
And
Granted, you
she's
have money, so
mostly
like your money, like you're doing things probably because your wife told you to, because you're on the show. So like you're kind of working on yourself.
right.
But in reality, when you first met and weren't making money, it was probably fairly skewed. You had money, she had no skills, and so you kind of meet in the middle
Right.
there. You know,
And a lot of it is, they were born in the 50s.
they
They
would
were
have been,
still
yeah,
very much in that mentality of let's get married early, let's start kids early. So I don't know if they were gone into their past, but like all I can assume is like they probably met in
probably.
high school hearts, and got married very early. And that's why Nancy is as old as she is, with as young as like the mom is. But maybe it was a college thing,
Yeah.
and that happens all the time. Like, the dad kind of, he gets older and sometimes doesn't age as well as the wife does. And it's one of those things where it's just
Well,
like,
so
she kept up with herself. She kept working out. And the dad, I'm assuming he's like a doctor or something. They never said what
they
he
never say
does. Like,
what either of them do. I'm assuming she doesn't do well. I'm not gonna say
yeah,
doesn't do
she's a
anything.
housewife.
She's a
But
housewife, so
I just get doctor vibes from him.
he
And I
does
think
he
it's
does some
because,
kind of blue collared, like highly paid.
well, it's actually really funny. I'm just now realizing this. He reminds me exactly of my general practitioner growing up in Snyder. Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, very ho hum.
Very dry, very just, doesn't give a lot. Like, very, like, it's very, and like, you're British, but it's like a very sort of like British
It's
stoic, just,
bland. It's bland. It's ho hum.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, like he's fine with beef and chicken that is completely
Yeah,
unseasoned.
whatever.
And he's
Yeah,
perfectly fine with
that
that sort
is
of thing.
that is probably the perfect. He's like give me chicken and rice. No
Yeah.
pepper for me, honey. No pepper for me.
And
You know what
like,
that does to my stomach? Well, you
some
know.
people talk shit about the dad, like he should be involved more, but it's just like, do you remember why she didn't go and cheat on him because he saw her sleeping with Holly in his arms on the couch?
Hmm.
Like, he's a simple, simple, simple man. He's a
Yeah.
simple man. Um,
Simple kind of man.
and then, yeah, doesn't know what's in his house, takes his golf club up there.
He
I
was like,
love
"Oh,
the
you're putting the kids to bed. I'm gonna go work on my slice, honey." You know.
I fucking love. Well, I mean, they had like he's like, oh, how many fucking drinks are you having tonight? Like, she's an alcohol, well, she's not alcoholic, but she's turned to drinking
Well, I
after
will
every
say that's
marriage.
one thing from the previous seasons to this one. They didn't like make it a point, but they did show like she is drinking a lot. And
More,
I
and I can completely understand that. Like, you already know your kids are in something fucking weird, and then all of a sudden, the government's completely taking over your town. It's just
right.
like, and you're a housewife. You
Hmm.
don't have a responsibility to go to a job and not fucking start day drinking. Your youngest is decently taking care of herself. What the fuck else are you gonna do? And everything's gone to shit. Like, I love the writing of it because it all makes so much
And
sense.
you're also getting to that point. You're getting to by now they have to be. It's still the '80s, but you're approaching the '90s, right? So there's a definite like there's a huge. Granted, I was born in '88, so I don't recall this, but I am a fan of the '80s and the '90s, obviously.
Yeah,
It's like a huge culture shift,
fucking golden years, man.
like a huge culture shift, like with like the stay-at-home parents, where in the like the beginning of the 80s, you're coming out of the 70s where it's this very like, I know it's a different time frame, but I don't know how else to say it. Like this, like Leave It to Beaver, stay at home mom, like very put together. Like, oh, I'm happy staying at home.
It's not like it's a small town
And
too.
then
It's a small town with not
through
that many
the
other
80s, like
poor women per se.
from the beginning of the 80s to the end of the 80s and into the 90s, stay at home moms were like, I don't need to be this like put together person. Like, let's go have wine. Like, my kids are all in school. What are we gonna do? Let's all go fucking drink at the country club. You know, like let's get.
Well, and you know that's the other thing. It didn't show her going out with friends. Like so maybe she kind of fell into a depression where she started isolating herself a little bit
Mhm.
more. Or maybe like the pool isn't open and like maybe her
The
friends
here's
aren't.
the
Maybe
thing.
some of them left
I was
and
gonna say this. The pool's not open. Billy's not there anymore. She's
Billy
depressed.
fucking
Billy's
died.
gone.
Um,
Did you think Billy was hot?
that is a very good looking man. He is a very good looking man.
Okay.
Like I'm not like drooling, but he's pretty for sure. And then
Like whatever I like
he's fine.
that whole thing last
He might
season
be
with.
my height in real life, but like on screen, it's just like, oh yeah, he's perfectly cast for that role.
Oh yeah, like he's a Dalmatian, right? But um, like I tried to like put myself in like that time frame, I guess, because what like when I first saw him was like the Jerry curled mullet, like really, but
Oh no, dude, that was a fucking.
that was
You
the
have to think
thing.
like he was coming from California,
Uh huh.
like, but yeah, that was a fucking thing. That was a thing. Just look at this fucking today. I cannot fucking believe that came back. That is back in fucking style.
Well, you can. I don't know about the Jerry curled mullet, but
Dude, they're getting fucking perms. That's
perms.
insane.
You know who's responsible for that? Patrick fucking Mahomes. My son wants to get his hair permed because of fucking Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, no.
I don't think he started it. That might be why your son wants it. I don't believe that's what did it. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is mixed. Like he doesn't have to get perms. But you, if you want like that good mullet, you want it curly. And it goes along with like the Edgar cut too. Like you want that to be more curly than straight. Um, 'Cause, I guess back in the day, yeah, it was more like the long hair mullet or the straight hair mullet. Those are white. Those are still white trash. Like you need a curl.
You've never
You want
been
that curl to it.
you've never
You don't want
been
that white trash.
you've never been around a Midwestern hockey rink. The kids either have what my kid has and it's straight. It's not a mullet, but he's got what they call the hockey flow.
This because their parents won't pay for them to get it permed. I'm
No, no,
talking
no.
about
It's a
grown
thing. It's a real
adults.
thing in hockey now with kids. You either have hockey flow, which is like that wispy, like kind of like mid to lower ear length, but you wisp it up.
Interesting.
Like my kid, he like it, so my son, his hair comes to about here, but in like before a hockey game, he'll take a shower and blow dry it, so it kind of like has some wisp to it. You know what I'm talking about?
But
Like
this like goes back to like that 80s
or
piece of
they
80s
have
like
or they have an
I do that shit too. I try to. I can't do
if
it
your
with
kid
my
doesn't
hair.
have the hockey flow hair, they have a full blown like Billy Ray Cyrus mullet. It's
That's fucking
insane.
wild.
And I see these
Never,
kids with the mullets.
especially in
Those,
my fucking teenage years, did I ever think the mullet would ever become popular again. Never, because it's just like that was something we made fun of so hard. Of like, look how fucking stupid you look. And then it came back, and like, but I'm not gonna lie, on little kids, it's actually kind of cute. Like younger kids, it's adorable. Some people can pull it off real good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did see that one picture of Jason Kelsey with one, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, bitch. Some
oh,
people can
people
really
like
pull it
the
off,
mullet, and
but
I
it's
will
like a
say
modern version of it too. It's not as like harsh as it was
the
back
kids
in the
that
day.
have or most of the hockey kids at his age that have the mullet, it works because they have the personality for it. If you're going mullet, you have to have a personality that pulls it off, you know? Kind of like, let me look at like I'm sure we all know like Uncle Laser.
Yeah.
His whole thing, including his hair, works because like it works for whether that's his actual personality or not. I don't know. I've never actually met him in person. He seems like a pretty
I
chill
believe
guy.
it. He's fucking. Well, okay, so this is. Woom said this before you. I blame oil field workers for the Parm mullet. Uncle Laser is your
An oil guy,
average fucking oil field worker. Like
Midland
that,
dude.
I do straight up 100% believe what he shows is who he is. He might put it on a little bit,
Yeah,
just like
he
I
turns it
do,
on. He turns it on.
just like I do on this podcast a little
Yeah,
bit more.
we all
Like
do. We all do.
I, if I was like how I am on this podcast, which is more or less true,
Yeah, but
I will
you
say,
kick it up a notch. So do I. Like, you
um,
know.
it is a little bit more exaggerated, but it's just like this is what people would absolutely hate me in real life. Like if I,
Oh yeah. I mean, just like
but
who we
it's
were.
like I'm actually not around anyone. I can do and say whatever I want, and the people that love me for this, thank you so much. Like that means a lot to
Hmm?
me because most people I meet, I cannot do this. I
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
be this exaggerated person of myself that I love to do because I am very animated and I do get a lot of, I guess, my personality from movies and shit, and very Jim Carrey-ish is sometimes how I feel when I'm even
Yeah.
by myself. But I'm like, I just want to do this stuff. I want to be funny. I want to laugh. I want to be silly. And a lot of people in real life do not like that energy.
Well, I mean, just like we were talking about with when Giorgio has helped fixing your phone. Most people listening to this, watching right now, know Giorgio on camera. Very, for one, obviously very nice guy. And he is the same person off camera, but not as like I don't want to say he tones it down. It's what we're talking about is like when you're on camera, and I do it for the show too, and you do it, and everybody does. This is
It's
entertainment.
hard not to.
You bump it up, and also like on this show, I'm comfortable going to that level. Like I'm not acting at all, right? But like I can't be this way, and I've done it. Trust me,
Oh,
I've done it. I went on vacation this summer with my family, and I was podcast Bill, and it caused a lot of fucking problems because people can't handle me being here, like with my drinking bro
yes,
nooner
and it
side,
sucks
right?
because it's so fun. It's so fun. I look forward to Thursdays all the
Yeah.
fucking time.
I'm not faking this level. This is the level that I would love to be in. But
Yeah,
most people
we're
can't live
turned
at
up
this
to
level.
11.
They
We
can't
are
live at
turned
this
up.
level. Like when I'm around other like normals, like we'll call them civilians in this space. Civilians can't live at nooner level. They're down here. Right? But when I'm on vacation and drinking a
Right.
lot, like I want to be up here.
See, that's why I tell
Like I got
that's
to
why
be
I
down here.
tell my family do not watch this. Well, that's mostly because of how I present myself too. And they're like, Charlie, you fucking whore, and I'm like, I'm in my home. So that's really the most part, but it's just like how I am. Like I am a little bit more. I am this. I am the Charlie that everyone experienced and said.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, this nooner Bill, that's the life I want to live. That's not the life that my world can handle.
That
You know,
dude,
this is the life I want to live. This is real me in reality.
yeah.
This is where I
We're
have to be.
this is like some unfiltered shit right here that we get to put on the internet that could potentially fuck us in the ass one day. But I really hope that they never, catches up with us.
Oh,
But
whatever. But anyways,
it's true.
we digress. We could save this for our. I'm really hoping. I really want to do, and I dropped the ball on this. The the 2000s, just fuck it, let's go live, volume 4,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
New Year's Eve party where we all go 2000s
Oh yeah. Okay,
on
I
Wednesday.
remember that.
I think we should. I really
Yeah.
think. Hold on. Let me. Actually, I'm not even going to put it on my notepad. I'm going to put it on my phone as a reminder because I don't know why, but this year, like my actual job, like it's gotten nuts after Thanksgiving. But
Dude, my shit is so fucking busy the week of uh New Year's Eve. Like it bums me the fuck out because I really love going home and being with my family during New Year's Eve, but it's just like there's so much shit going on.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't take any off because it's just like I gotta be there. Like
I know
at
there's a
all
month. I
work.
know there's like technically like a month ish between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but that month seems like everybody tries to pack a year's worth of bullshit in it. It's like, God damn it. But yeah, I really want to do that Wednesday. We talked about it last episode. That Wednesday of New Year's, just doing like the what we call on this show, fuck it, let's go live. And we just have people zoom, like a bunch of people zoom in. But we have to do a 2000s theme. You want to go emo? You want to go double pop with the puka shell? You know?
I was gonna say, are we gonna set like a time frame on like
I just made a
or
note for me tomorrow because I have a space between meetings where I'll be really bored to whiteboard that out to get it going. So
I'm so fucking sad I don't have any of my old band t-shirts from high
you
school.
can go, but here's the thing: you can go 2000s emo real quick. I've got to go
Dude,
figure out
oh,
if I have enough polos to pop on.
I wasn't much of an emo. I was more goth.
Well,
Like the emo thing, I was like,
your vibe now is very close to 2000s goth. You just got to put on a little more eyeshadow or something, you know.
I'm the same girl,
Always been the
man.
same. But
I
anyways,
know, like it does not look exaggerated. Like in person, it's like more, but on camera, it's like very. And I was like, "Well, bitch." Like,
we
yeah.
digress. The one thing I wanted to talk about with Stranger Things season 5, volume 4 is the big reveal. William fucking Byers.
Did I do it? Did I do it?
Well, he does. He does. He's not like rolling him back. They just
I
go
know.
all
I'm like, I feel
Vecna.
like Undertaker a little bit more, but
Mhm.
like his eyes did wide out, so I'm trying.
Can you? Okay. Can you confirm this, Charlie? You watched it. I was watching that, and as a straight dude in that scene, I was like, "How the fuck did Will Byers go from being this like bowl-cutted, obviously gay kid?" Like I saw that scene, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like he got hot. And even my wife was like, "Oh fuck, he's hot as shit now." Like in that one scene, my wife was like, "Oh my god." Like it's a
It's
completely different guy. Like he's hot as shit now.
right, right. So I think it was just today, or I just saw it today, but it had been recent. They just released the table reading
Yeah, I saw
of that
that. I saw that a
episode.
couple days ago, but yeah.
So I think with that, it's not like a physical thing where he looks different or like anything like that. It's literally the aura. It's him sloughing off being a victim and being that
Yeah.
protected
Being this
boy
kind of
that
like,
his mom, because they
knows.
really talked about like his mom kind of putting him in a cage and in a shell and to protect him, and because of that he probably felt like he had something more in him,
Mm-hmm.
and might have been scared of that and might have thought, well, this might lead to something worse, so I just should suppress, like that's better for me. So at this point, like he was like, which I thought it was hilarious because it was just like they kept playing that conversation with Robin over it, and it was just like, release the gay, just kind of like how Care Bears do, like release
Gay.
the sunshine, like release the gay, and he's just like this new like like that's. I was laughing pretty hard at that because that was all I could get, but it was just like no, he was just releasing himself from all of those, from the fear, from the victimhood, and from like the moms,
Yeah.
just like no, I want to keep you protected. And he was like, maybe I can do something.
Hmm.
Maybe this feeling I have, I should use it. And he finally did. And he became a fucking badass, a sorcerer, and so I love that in the table read where they actually called him the sorcerer.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know.
oh
I get what you're saying, and I definitely picked that up. Like he came finally like came out of his. I mean, it's very. I mean, it's been kind of
yeah.
a
He came out of
thing
the
for
closet for
came out of the
certain.
closet, and it's like he's gonna be himself.
He came
But
out of that victimhood closet.
in that scene, I do feel like, at least from what I saw, like there was a very obviously like not a physical change, like with the actor, but like they definitely did something with how they had him after that. When I was like, he went from being this like bowl cutted, kind of like soft featured dude.
Well, they always had
And
like
he's
a
got
him
now he's got
like
like the
something
fucked up
over
hair that looks
like this.
incredible, and he's all square jawed and with blue
Yeah,
eyed, and I was like, holy shit, who is
I'm sure
this
they told
dude?
him like, hey man, like you're gonna bulk up, but like we're gonna,
Yeah,
just there are
we're gonna
ways
cover that up, and then this
to
one
like
scene,
some overlook, and
yeah, you're gonna be all like,
they did it. But yeah,
eh.
like his shoulders, like his arms, but that's another thing, like how you hold.
Yeah,
I'll
the
tell you right now,
confidence of
like how
himself.
you hold your shit back, like you can see that compared to this,
Yeah, he's
like
doing
that.
this the whole
Right.
time. He's like this little
This,
weak kid,
so
and he comes
it
out.
all depends on how you present yourself. And he finally presented himself as like a strong person. I can do this. Like stood up straight, stood up for himself, stood up for his fucking his family and his friends. And but they definitely had him work out. Like yeah, like they had him go to the gym for that for sure.
Oh yeah,
'Cause he's a lot
they
bulkier.
were waiting for that like come out of the closet scene kind of thing. You know?
And like Will, yes, he is 1000% gay. Like we knew that from the last season, though. Like
Yeah, you
we knew
figured. Well, even the season before that, even Mike makes a thing is like, "I'm sorry you don't like girls," and he got all upset. And we're like, "Yeah, we're pretty sure
well, he got
Will's
like
gay."
more upset than he should because I'm sure,
Well,
like I said,
there even before that scene, those things you're kind of like, I'm pretty sure Will is like in love with Mike, kind of thing. You
ish.
know?
But to me, like when I was watching it, I was like, he's still just a kid, and like
Yeah.
there are some kids that are kids longer than others that mature and want girlfriends, and they want to grow up faster. And then there are some kids that are still like, I'm still watching the fucking Disney Channel in high school.
I still watch the
Like
Disney Channel. You kidding me?
I like this shit. Like I did not. Um, so like so to me I was like he still wants to hang on to his youth, and he's just not there yet. But then that fourth season it was like, oh, oh no, never mind. Like there he has an attraction. And then like the girl, giving him the note that was like, I like you, and he was like, gross, 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 gross. That was really what did it when he would, rejected the girl that came on to him. But yeah,
But even
he's
that, I mean, the whole first volume of this season, obviously that being the one where we're all like, "Oh fuck, shit, hell yeah."
I
Um,
can't wait. I love those fucking Duffer Brothers know what the fuck
my
they are
my
doing.
only hope is, and I'm saying this skeptically because the whole like, there's been seasons where it's kind of like, okay, but the way they're doing this season, I feel like it's going to come up. My hope is though, like I have a very skeptic.
I'm just reading the chat, and that
Yeah.
shit's cracking me the fuck up.
Yeah.
Your response. He's not into bears.
Just into Twinkie J's.
Sorry.
But like that was so.
Two bears, no capes. My mind went there too. Okay, I'm sorry.
But like that, the ending of that last episode of the first volume was so insane.
Dude.
I'm like, how do they top this? How do they top
screaming, this? Just like,
I'm now, but now that I've had like a week to come down from it, I'm like, how do they top this? Like, how do, like, is that the pinpoint? Is that the pinnacle? I'm assuming it's not. I'm guessing it's not. But like, I'm worried that that's like the rest of the season is going to be like, when do we get the next like, scene?
I think there's going to be a lot more information divulged.
Well,
I didn't know that there was a
Elle
play.
found her sister.
Yes, her. I was so excited to see her come back. Is that a different actress?
No, it's the same actress. They shaved her hair.
Same act. That's just, okay. Because
they shaved her hair because she had that like crazy kind of like shaved side mohawk kind of
like
mullet.
Without the makeup, without the hair. I was
it's
like,
her. Same actress. I looked. That's a very. It's funny you say that. I went on IMDb and looked it up. It's the same actress.
Okay, right? Because they did like the flashback. Holy fuck!
And before that scene, I thought Hopper was gone. He goes in there wearing the fucking S vest.
Oh, I knew he wouldn't. Like, I more or less had a feeling. I was like, there's no way it's Vecna.
Well, I knew like something. I didn't think it was Vecna because, or I thought if they had Vecna, the government is making Vecna do this. But then Linda Hamill's character, who, by the way, Linda Hamill is still a fucking badass.
Yes.
When she was like, when she said like she thought Elle was taking these kids, I was like, oh, well, there goes that theory. They don't have, because I thought maybe they had Vecna and they were forcing him to do all this stuff to draw Elle out. And then she made some comment about how she thought Elle was doing it all. I was like, well, there goes that theory.
I don't think that's true. I think that's a lie that they're telling all the soldiers. And that's why they are hunting for her. Because she is causing all these issues. I think she wants her to put her in with the sister to help control the underground.
Episode 4, I agree with you, but like episode like 2 or 3, I was like, okay, like I'm kind of trying to figure out what the twist. What's the twist here? But yeah, it's great. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. We're well over time, but we could talk about this all night long because it's been fucking fantastic. And I'm sure after Christmas we'll watch it. I went to go because here we have 2 movie theaters showing the very final episode.
Yeah.
Tickets, they're doing one showing. Both theaters are doing one showing. $55 a ticket.
You're shitting my dick.
Nope. One's already sold out. And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, to be fair, it's like a 2-hour, 10-minute runtime. At that point, I'd kind of rather watch it at home because then we get like, oh, I got to pee, pause it. Or, oh, the kids are bothering us, pause it.
I can watch it for the $15.99 I pay a month for it compared to.
And not to mention, I'm sure at the end there's going to be some big thing. Like, I think, obviously, there's people that don't make it through this. I'm still putting my money on either now after this episode 4, I'm changing my prediction, or not changing it, altering it. I said Elle doesn't make it through because she's still a connection to the Upside Down. Now I'm saying Elle or Will doesn't make it through it. because they have to close the connection, right? Even though they kill Vecna, there's a connection there. They have to close it. I don't want to be in a movie theater with 400 people dealing with that fucking emotion, you know?
That's a big ass fucking theater.
It's big. They're showing it. The local one by me is like a huge IMAX theater. It's like 600 seats. It's massive.
Gross.
And they have waiters that come and bring you shit. It's actually pretty dope if you're a good enough thing.
Oh, we got an Allen Draft House for that, but like they're small.
But like, do you want to be in a crowded movie theater trying to watch this, like the final episode of something we've been through for 10 years? Like, no. I'm going to be in my house on our own.
I can get up and scream and be as obnoxious.
Because, every time something happens, 400 people are going to be like, oh, I'm like, God, shut the fuck. The movie's still going. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen.
I need fucking subtitles, okay?
Yeah, dude, I was just about to say, there's no subtitles on this, so I can't hear what's going on while you fuckers are screaming. Shut the fuck up.
I have been to one movie theater showing, which was one of the Star Wars movies, one of the later ones, with subtitles.
Oh, they threw subtitles on it. I'm a subtitle boy.
I went with my best friend. Her parents are deaf.
Oh.
Her dad and stepmom are deaf, so it's just like, well, yes, they need subtitles. So
I'm a subtitle boy. I'm a subtitle boy.
I was like, hell yeah.
Me and my wife watch pretty much everything other than like live sports, I guess, for me. Like, but if we're watching a show or a movie, subtitles.
You have to, because there's so many things, like if the sound design is off, and sometimes they mumble, sometimes you can't hear them, sometimes the music, there's so many things where I just hear and I'm like, wait, what was that? So there are movies I grew up with and I watch now with subtitles, and I'm like, that's what they fucking said. Or you hear something in the back that is not audible at all, and you hear someone and it shows up, and you're like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like, there's so much shit I miss. I don't have hearing issues, but there's so much shit that I miss just because of the sound design. And I'm like, give me the fucking subtitles, bitch. But you're right. On the live stuff, it's always late, and fuck that.
Sorry, I'm on the group chat. We're talking about deaf people. I'll make this quick. My 8th grade trip, we went to Six Flags, and me and a buddy got on this roller coaster. And we were like the first two in line. We got on, got seated, and the people stopped the rest of the line for like kind of at the time, like what you call like the fast pass, or, the other line, like the priority line. And it was a deaf camp. So I rode a roller coaster. Me and my buddy were the only two audible and speaking people on a roller coaster with a group of deaf kids. And I won't relay the sounds of that on YouTube, but it was exactly what you think it would be. But anyways, we can continue this. But so Jake's not here. R.I.P. Jake. Hopefully he gets better. But yeah, like, subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, Spotify, leave a 5-star. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, for Charlie, I'm Bill. This is the Nooner Nation. Good.